Jeff Taylor here from Stratford, Ontario, Canada, coming to you with another vlog. Today is Sunday, December the 12th, 2017. The time is currently 5:01 in the PM-izzle. So I'd like to talk to you about brand specifics, or the brand favorites for most people. Now, from what I gather, a lot of people are Apple friendly. But also, from what I gather, is that a lot of people are going away from Apple because Apple keeps taking away things. Like, for instance, on the iPhone, they take away the simplest thing on the phone, and that's the headphone jack. To save a little bit of space? Really? Okay, and then they replace it with this little what do they call it? C-type adapter or whatever? I don't know. I could care less. I can't see spending $1,000 on a phone of that magnitude. I mean, yes, okay, it does a lot of stuff, but do you really need it to do all that stuff? Anyway, for me, I like the more cheaper brands, the more economical, feasible, it does what you really, want it to do. Well, sometimes. But this is what I use. And I'm not sponsored, I'm not endorsed, anything like that, so don't be thinking that I'm getting paid big money by Acer. Acer. And you see, I'm Acer nutty because I've got not one, but two, but they're netbooks. Okay, so the one on the right side of my desk is an Acer AOA 150. There's another name for it too. It's Z something or other. But like the graphics card is pretty basic. Basically, you can't really do a whole lot with them, but they work for what I need them for. They've got like a dual core processor, 1 gig of RAM, and I think that model came with a 120 gig hard drive. Now this one here on the left, I'm showing it right there what it has, but if you can't see that, it comes complete with a 10.1 inch screen, Wi-Fi certified. That's good, because if it wasn't certified, oh my god. This one was the ultra thin book. It came with, well, let's see, on the right side you've got your Ethernet port, you've got a USB port. Between the Ethernet port and USB, you have your the lock for when you are at a table or something and you want to chain your computer to the table. And then beside the USB, of course, is your headphone jack, your microphone input jack. On the other side here, of course, you've got your where your power goes in, and then your video or VGA input. Yeah, VGA. Wow, that's old school, eh? Another USB drive and another USB drive, and that one had the Atom processor chip in it. But the thing I find with them, and I've heard it from another YouTuber who has a YouTube channel called Vloggin' Life, and he says these PCs, because of the way they're designed and built, they tend to bottleneck. Oh, I forgot to tell you the best part. The model of the one on the left, it is an Acer 1. So it's AO 532H, and I believe that it's like a 2807 or something like that model. The one on the left, I paid way too much for it. I think it was on sale for like $299.99 or something like that at the Source here in Stratford, Ontario. And that was some time ago because it was way back in 2010, I believe, when I bought it. Now this guy on the right, the AOA 150, it has its flaws. I bought it used. The person that I bought it off of originally wanted $100 for it. I talked them down to $30. Bob's your uncle, Rita's your aunt. It was mine. Went down, met them at the 7-Eleven there down in Woodstock, and paid them the old casherino, and you know, I couldn't believe that it wasn't sold beforehand, but I guess they'd gotten offers, and none that were, you know, legit to quit. So there were some issues with it. For instance, the camera, there was a little short in it, I guess from, you know, opening and closing the lid, and so therefore it would disconnect, reconnect, disconnect, reconnect, disconnect, reconnect. You got the point, right? It was annoying. So you'd hear that sound every time. You'd ba-bum, 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 you know, so I took the screen apart. You see there's a screw, and I got my screw on. I mean, big time. I got those screws out of there. But then when I went to torque this one back in, I don't know if you can see it, but I ended up cracking the plastic. So yeah, I just simply disconnected it and have never looked back. And then another thing that I find with this computer is the USB ports are really like loose. I don't know, somebody tore it up. Like, just, it was tight at one time, but now it's really loose. But this one here has the what are you looking at over there? It has, okay, the lock, right? And then there's for your micro SD card, okay. And then it has USB, I think, or 2.0, yeah, because 3.1 was not quite in into production. Then you've got your headphone. Now I don't know why they flipped these on this model. It doesn't make any sense, but anyway, it works. And so this is your headphone jack, so audio out. This is your mic, audio in. This here is the switch for your Wi-Fi. I don't know if you can saw that. Can you see that right there? Oh yeah. So if this little light's on, it means that you know, you're connected. And but this touchpad here, I don't understand that. It's got the two buttons on either side of the touchpad, and like, I like it, but it's a little bit small, and I always lose track of where it is. It's like, where'd my touchpad go? Where'd it go? It was there a moment ago, but it's not there now. So anyway, moving on to the other side. Get the mouse out of the way here. You've got your Ethernet port. There is a USB there somewhere. I don't think you can see it. Then you have your VGA and your power. So in design and build, they're pretty much the same, but the AOA 150 has a much smaller screen. As you can see, there's a large bezel or frame or whatever you want to call it. And so, but you know, it's like, what is it, LED or LCD screen? I can't tell the difference. I think they're both clear, crystal clear, visually appealing. You know, I don't know, some people might say, oh, these things are garbage. Well, you know, if they do the job, how is that garbage? You know, if they work, how is that garbage? But anyway, so when I got this used AOA 150, I had to do some work to it. I had to learn a few things along the way. And yeah, so I got her back up and running, and again, have never looked back. So Well, I had to do it out of desperation because I was so sick and tired of taking my computer into the shop there and getting soaked for $60 pretty much for them to just look at it, you know. And a lot of times it wasn't any better than when it went in. So I started doing my own work, you know, upgrading and uh, and installing the operating system and that you know, like all that stuff that you need to know is readily available online somewhere. Somebody knows, somebody out there is a lot smarter than you are, or you're a lot smarter than they are. So everybody has something to teach somebody else, you know. That's where that whole sharing and caring comes into play, you know. So yeah, that's I think that was the whole point to my vlog here, or video, or video, or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. It's me, it's you, and you and me. We're gonna have a conversation, and if you are interested, maybe you can comment below. I mean, I'm not going to force you to comment, but if you'd like to comment, you can comment. You can like it if you want to like it. I mean, it's up to you. If you want to share it, you know, like, be my guest. If you want to subscribe, I mean, that'd be great. But you know, no pressure. You don't have to. You know, it's wonderful. But anyway, just make sure to know that you know, when you look in the mirror, you go, you know what, I am beautiful. You know what, I am worthy. You know what, I can do it, and do it. Just don't talk about doing it, which is something I did for quite some time. I would talk and talk and talk. Oh, I'm going to do this. Oh, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this other thing over there, and yeah, it's going to be great. And then I never did it. Why? Because fear. Fear took over my whole entire existence, and then I didn't do it. And you know, I kicked my butt every single day that I didn't do it. And but now I'm doing it. So yeah, just remember that you're worthy of whatever it is you want to do in life, and you get out there and you do it. So with that, it's Jeff Taylor from Stratford, Ontario, Canada. Ending this video, vlog, whatever you want to call it. So with that, take care.